Alrighty, you gonna cooperate with me today, OBS? By the looks of it, you are. Okay, I think we're good then. So, it's been a while since I've been able to get to this. I can't remember the reason why I had to skip last week. I want to say it was just because it was a really busy week and I was completely exhausted. Yeah, man, that week was rough. So, because of that, I didn't really put any pressure on myself to stream, but the show must go on, and I've still got a lot of work to do on the next video, but you know what? The show must go on. So, let's go ahead and let's see. So what threads could I pull on at this point? So let's see, we've got... Alright, so we need to get into the Sith base. We've got the Genoharadan? How would you pronounce that? We've got the Bounty Hunter quests. But yeah, I may want to jumble back there just to see that. But for now, let's go ahead and check this out first, while I'm here.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
What did they do to him?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
Sure.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
What do I have to work with?
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
A catch?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
I detect a pattern here.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
If OBS would cooperate with us, yes!
Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
What do you want?
Relax. I'm not here to threaten you.
You're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
We're the only ones who will take you in now.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
But they wouldn't, would they?
If you talk, we can make it worth your while.
Ha, worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well, but they'd kill me.
Well, let's see if this threat will work.
There's nothing you can do to me, Jedi, that the Sith wouldn't do worse. I'm not afraid of you.
Huh. I'm surprised that typo would get through. You would think that there would be some automatic catch for the word failure with respect to persuasion. Was that manually written? Fascinating. I am surprised that made it, although I've seen a couple of misspells get through.
What do you want?
I want OBS to actually cooperate with me for... You know what? It's just let it throw its hissy fit. Alright, I think we're good now. We know about your companion.
What companion?
We don't really need you. Your companion will tell us what we need to know anyway.
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
He wouldn't talk. Or has he already? No.
Perhaps we would give you back to the Sith, but keep him.
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
No, never.
Damn! He blanked out.
What? What?
The gutless...
He wouldn't.
Of course, they would never believe...
You can't do this to me. They would kill me in ways too horrible for you to imagine.
Let's try something else.
What?
Maybe we should do something about Tila.
Tila? How did you find out about her?
We could make life easy for both of you here in the Republic.
No, never.
Damn! He blanked out.
What? Yes, it could be so much easier. What?
Of course,
All right. All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
There we go. We have our entry. Anything interesting this way? Restricted access. I'm assuming I'm not allowed back there. Probably shouldn't push my luck anyway. Anything interesting this way? Computer
So
room.
you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh. Good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
What kind of holes?
The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
You know what? I may as well explore all the options. May as well, right? Alright, so... plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, so 22. Alright, so then this is... So... minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, minus 0, minus so plus 1, plus 2. Okay, and then... That's a simple double, so 64. That's a simple half. A half. Ooh, this one's more complicated. Huh, okay, so what are the distinctions? Let's see. Because, hang on a minute. Those last 3 are squares of a prime number, are squares, because it's 9, 8, because square, well, let's see, that's the, yeah, that's 9 squared, 8 squared, and that, let's see, not sure what this is, but that's 9 squared, 8 squared, 5 squared. I wonder if that means anything. I could brute. I'm guessing it's 9. Logarithmic matrix. Okay. Ooh, that's complicated. Alright, let's see. Where to begin with patterning this one? Let's see. if I multiply them? So 124 a lot, and then 128. Oh right, there's should be a number accompanying that 128, shouldn't there be? It's 8. So let's see. Looks like so 1 times 8 to get that first number, and then times 4, and then I believe times 4 again to get that fourth one. I don't know if that means anything. I'm gonna guess 8. I wonder if I got close. But interesting that they don't tell me which one succeeded, though. I'm pretty sure that one's correct. But still, those are interesting. I'll have to investigate that later. Because at this point, I'm stumped on what exactly to do, so anything more I attempted on that would likely boil down to brute force at this point, so may as well take a look around Ahto City some more. So I believe this is just, yeah, straight to the eastern courtyard. So is this technically, east central? So is this leading more toward a common area or to, I guess we'll find out. Alright, so Ahto East. Swoop Racer.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street.
This is a public street.
Hiding behind the Selkout laws. Typical Republic cowards.
Okay.
Hooked to Jax is insane. He just smashes through everything to the finish. I guess we should expect that from a Gamorrean.
What's that supposed to mean? Alright, so those are just a bunch of Sith soldiers. Alright, so
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Terrace into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win this war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I'd never turn down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
now this ought to be an interesting thread. Let's go poking.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Well, that answers that question. Can I talk to you?
Sorry, but you're too late to recruit me. I've just hired on with the Sith. Of course, if the Republic has a better offer.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't have time to sit here and answer your questions. I have to get ready. The Sith want me to report to their embassy first thing tomorrow. Sorry, but...
I'm not a recruiter.
And why are you bothering me? I'm here on Manan to find work as a mercenary. I'm not here to chat with tourists.
Alright, so looks like I've got one last shot
Sorry,
to
but...
take this in an interesting direction.
Hey, keep your lectures. The Sith pay well, and they pay up front. That's all I care about.
I guess I'm getting nothing out of you. So be it. So let's see. Anything interesting this way? Swoop registration. Ah, that's why they were talking about swoop. That's why there was that swoop fan.
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampumpa bolawana chikni. Bamul slik mo podana wanga kun bist mulira best.
Who are you?
Tonghay tuam Gigi yumalit pa ang inkotu. Tolbada bunkwalya gando danago chuchut. Kachi chu ay donga. Yumalit ka inkotun. Gilo mulera de nebobo. Munko kun biskang. Bamulara takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga. Tulpata bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampungpa. Bolawana chikni. Bamul slik mopo dana wanga kun bist mulira best.
Yes, I can see how it would be very stressful.
Tong hai tuam Gigi yumalit pa ang inkotu. Tolbada bunkwalya gando de nago chuchut. Kachi chu ay haudonga. Yumalit ka inkotun. Gilo mulra de nebobo. Munko kun biskang. Bamulara. Karatumpa kun palya mokapata. Unanay kachu. Yinkin kuno bamulirachi kun. Tong na bunsha nyunyan. Kabawol pamulchi kamana. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga. Tulpata bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampungpa. Bolawana chikni. Bamul slik mo poda na wanga kun bist mulira best. Inkin kuno.
You're wearing a Sith uniform. Are you with the Sith?
Kachichu ay haudunga. Inkin kuno bamulira chikun. Slima podana. Rundi haudunga kun hunkabi.
Don't you think the Sith might take exception to that?
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga. Tulpata bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampungpa. Bolawana chikni. Bamul slik mo podana wanga kun bist mulira best. Tong hai tuam Gigi yumalit pa ang inkotu. Tulbada bunkwalya gando de nago chuchut. Kachi chu ay haudonga. Yumalit ka inkotun. Gilo mulra de nebobo. Munko kun biskang. Bamulara.
I'll be going now.
Mucha shakpangpa.
Let's see who else we can talk with.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya moka.
I'm interested in racing. I won the season opener on Terrace. Yeah, in hindsight, it probably wasn't a good idea to say that, was it? I want to talk about the rewards. Tatooine uses tiers instead of rounds. What's the difference? Describe the current crop of racers. What does each round pay? I'm ready to race. I'll pay it. No pressure. There we go. Cut it a little close there, but still got it. All right. Alright, it looks like that was the time that OBS decided to conk out on us, so hopefully the race itself got picked up, even if some of that dialogue didn't. Oh dear. Why don't you keep trying? Guess that's the end of that conversation. Are you gonna talk with me now?
Mucho shakapaka, ye ki kon no ba muladra ki chichon.
Kachichu aitha odunga. Yinkin kuno bamulira chinkun. Slima podonna. Mucha shakpangpa.
Alrighty. Let the saves come and commence. I probably shouldn't have skipped through the time so quickly in my rush to get on with it. I hope that beat it. I think that worked. Nice. Why is there a fee? I don't think I need to worry about a practice run yet.
Mucho shakapaka. Ye ki kun no ba.
Shut up. Why would I need to speak with him first? Where is he? I'll be back later. Why would... Oh, here's the other person that I just beat.
What do you want? I don't waste time with fans. So if this is about an auto print, forget it. You can buy one when I get more made up. Wait a minute. You're no fan. You're the racer that killed my time. Why should I talk to you?
I just wanted to ask a few questions.
We'll get it over with.
Do you know much about Manon?
I know that if you do absolutely anything wrong, you get locked up. Seems like finding criminals is a great way to bring in the credits. I'm surprised they even let us race. Wouldn't want the crowds to get too excited. Excitement makes people unpredictable or something.
I want to ask about you and racing.
Of course you do. Everyone wants time with the fabulous Cassandra Matil. There just isn't enough of me to go around.
Is Manon a good course for racing?
It was, but I can't seem to get a break lately. Hukta has been holding me off, and all he does is run over everything. But this place is all there is, until the circuit recovers from the loss of Taris. It's going to take a while.
There are no other tracks?
Not within reasonable traveling time. I heard there was a startup on Tatooine, but I'll stick with the legitimate tracks. Thank you very much.
What do you mean by that?
Huts aren't to be trusted. That's all I'll say.
How long have you been at this?
2 years. But that's more than enough time to know the secrets behind the sport. It's all about the image you portray.
What do you mean by that?
Hukta is the thug. People like him because he's mean. I'm the pretty one. The one that people want to take home. Even if we don't win, we're easy to remember. That keeps the fans coming back. So race organizers want us at their tracks. Local racers don't bring in off-world crowds. They need us. At least they would if there was still a functioning circuit.
Can you tell me about the other racers?
Hookta Jax is the only other professional here besides me. He got where he is by making sure everyone knows he's the toughest racer out there. I don't know any of the other racers. I guess there's Quidel, the local favorite. He won't amount to much.
What makes you say that?
You need money to compete. Maybe he's got some skills, but he just doesn't have the best bike. It's that simple. Yes, hurry it up. Don't hurry back.
I could be mean to her, but eh. How about I do anyway? Well, probably should have gone in there before I started doing the racing, but that's okay. I can always see to that in another run. $22.50, huh? Didn't I beat that in the last bout? I just need to not suck then, is what the game is saying. Here we go. Whether or not the game cooperates, whether or not OBS cooperates, doesn't matter now. You just gotta win this. Boom! Why is my character doing that goofy dance? Eh. Alrighty, there we are.
Well, hello, Sector Champion. You must be proud right now. You'll excuse me if I don't join in with cheers of my own. Don't hurry back.
Here's the real question. What's gonna happen now? Something's gotta be done, eh? What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, I am so worried. Don't worry, I have what I call the Force Whirlwind. Oh, how the tune changes. Wonder if I show up here with mission, what'll happen. Alrighty. So nothing too interesting there. You know what? I kind of want to see what happens if I bring mission along for this, but I don't know. Probably nothing, honestly. Unless Here I am assuming that all Twilights know each other, right? Then again... given new missions brother was into for a while. What do I know? Okay, so that was the direction we came from. Let's see what's over in this direction.
You got any armor plating for my swoop bike? I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed. Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Oh boy. I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm Han Jest. I'd like to look at your inventory. Alright, droid plating, just in case I want to outfit HK or T3. Alright, so it looks like stuff that I would outfit HK and T3. Got it. I could always use another flamethrower. That should do for now. It's a wardrobe. Oh, right, embassy. Yep, I'm not ready to go deal with that yet. Let's be sure that we've explored thoroughly first, then we'll go cause some trouble at the embassy. Actually, given the circumstances, yeah, it might make more sense to take care of that first, because I'm gonna want to swing by Dantooine, given the circumstances, so I can take care of that mercenary job. Wouldn't be a bad idea to double back anyway, just to be sure that I've seen to everything there before I know too much. I don't think I should say any more than that. So... let's see, so that leads back up there. I thought this place was bigger than it was. Although... oh, right, I haven't gone to Ahto West yet, that's why. Yeah, I knew I remember this place being bigger than it was, than what we've seen so far. And this is why. There's still a chunk of the map I have yet to see, too. Here we are, now the real fun begins.
Jodie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested.
The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Elora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Elora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Oh yeah, this will definitely occupy a decent chunk of time. What's over in this way? Let's keep looking around. This looks like a canteen. What might this be about? Yeah, definitely a cantina. It's truly a wonder to behold. What are you talking about? What do you want me to do? Why do you need me for this?
I'm uncomfortable with spying on the Republic, but if we could assure the Selkath that they mean no harm, then perhaps it might be worth it.
Oh, I know what this is. Oh no, oh no. I'll look into it for you. But friend of the Republic, and yet you don't know why? Makes you wonder how much is being kept secretive. Does make me wonder. Well, for now, let's keep speaking to people.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation.
You know what, I'll play around.
So lay your credits down.
Let's just throw 100 at it. I don't mind losing 100. Let's see, so I've got a few that I could toss in. I haven't been doing too much when it comes to card collection, so that'll probably be that's probably just gonna have to work for me. Alright, so turn. Let's take another risk. Alright, he takes the first set. Oh, scum. I should have been buying more Pizak cards. Well, that makes my life easy. Although I do have the advantage going into these remaining sets. Do I take the risk? I've got Ahto -3. I can take the risk. Alright. He's got one left. I've got a +3 and a +or -3. Oh, that's lucky.
You got lucky that last game, but luck doesn't last. You got the guts to play again?
I think I'll be going now.
So clear out already.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs.
What do you have against the Achani and the Mandalorians?
They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Achani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed. But I am Iridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue.
Well, you know what, let's pry further.
Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some of my answers distasteful.
Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries?
Perhaps you should ask them. The Republic prefers not to deal with my kind, though maybe they need an Iridorian to finish the job. The mercenaries they hire must be failing, as they are never heard from again. That is all I know. Is there more you wish to ask?
I'm seeking an ancient star map or some alien ruins.
Manan has no such things, unless the Selkath have them hidden away at the bottom of the ocean. Is there more you would know? Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
I don't remember that guy.
For a while, the Republic were hiring anyone they could get their hands on. Now they don't have any use for us mercs. It's too bad. I could have used the work.
If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. I got so many offers I can't keep up as it is. Maybe that Iridorian skullslacker at the bar, or the Achani nerf herder cowering in the corner is available.
What do you have against the Achani and the Iridorians?
Nothing. Except that the Achani are a bunch of fey dancers prancing in a battle with tiny weapons not fit for Mandalorian children. They hardly wear any armor because it slows them down when they run away. But the Achani are better than the Iridorians. Those savages keep hacking at fallen foe even after death, mutilating the corpse out of pure bloodlust. I even heard they'll turn on each other when the battle fever hits. Who wants to work with someone like that? I could pretty much name my price right now, especially since the Republic's so desperate for mercs all of a sudden.
Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries?
They ain't saying, but the price is sure right. Of course, I haven't heard of anyone coming back, so I'm guessing the job ain't easy.
Do you know anything about ancient ruins or a star map?
If there ever were any ruins on this world, they've long since disappeared beneath the oceans.
Don't you hate the Republic for defeating your people?
I'm a realist. It was war, after all. And even though the Republic destroyed my people, the leaders of the Armada were Revan and Malak, so I hate the Sith just as much. And with this war, there's plenty of opportunity to take bloody vengeance against both sides, and make a nice profit along the way. We Mandalorians are always practical that way, not like those bloodthirsty Iridorians or those honor-bound Achani. Or anything else you want? So why are you telling me? If you're going, go. I don't need a status report.
Because the video game literally requires me to. Why do you think? The Sith are a blight upon the galaxy. What are you talking about? You want me to investigate these disappearances? I shall look into these disappearances for you, Shelas. Alrighty then.
If you're here to offer, maybe that.
Do you know anything about the young Selkath who have gone missing?
Not really. I've got no interest in the Selkath, other than the fact that they're charging me an exorbitant amount to stay in this world. The Iridorian over there, however, he, I believe, may know more. He's been seen with several of them before. So what?
I am not for hire.
The mercenary is not for hire. That's strange.
Why do you care? There are other mercenaries you can hire, though I suggest you act quickly. The Republic seems to be in desperate need of mercenaries right now. Though not so desperate they have asked for my help as of yet. They prefer the simpering, submissive type, like the Mandalorian or the Achani. Ask what...
Have you heard anything about young Selkath going missing?
Perhaps. But my business with the Selkath is my own.
Maybe the Selkath would be interested in your activities?
I have no fear of the fish people or their laws. There is no evidence I have done anything wrong. You will not learn my business this way.
But I am your friend. You want to tell me what's going on.
An Iridorian has no friends, though I feel a strange kinship with you. You do not seem like the others of this world. Even the Sith here do not understand our kind. The Sith sought to buy my loyalty with credits, as if wealth could somehow quench my burning bloodlust. They would have been better off hiring an Achani for the errands they had me running.
What were you doing for the Sith?
The task paid well, but was boring and beneath me. I was told to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith embassy. Nothing more. I lied, I threatened, I promised, and I brought the most promising youth of the fish people to the Sith.
What then? What happened to the youths?
And there I left them. To what purpose I neither know nor care. Perhaps when the Sith learn I have betrayed their secret, they will try to kill me. I would welcome the excitement.
Sounds like the Sith are trying to win this planet by corrupting the Selkath youth. Much more subtle than their usual methods.
Is there more you would ask of me, human? Yes, I'm not surprised.
Curious and curious. I have information for you. The Sith hired an Iridorian mercenary to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith base. Yeah, I suppose it was too much to expect that to be wrapped up so quickly. I mean, I'm going into the Sith Embassy anyway, so it may as well keep following the thread. Officially, eh? I'll infiltrate the Sith base, Shaylas. Alrighty. Then the fun continues.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Are you hiring for the Republic or the Sith?
Neither.
Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
I guess I'm getting nothing out of you then.
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers.
I'm Han Jest. I'm just here to check out the swoop races.
Well, some of the soldiers like to go and bet on the swoops on their day off, but this planet is bad enough without mingling with the locals. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Malak should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, Kolto or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
I hear you Sith are taking an interest in the Selkath youth.
We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. Oh, I get it. I get a little bit wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
Of course.
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
Well, I guess that conversation's over. Alright, so let's keep looking around here. I'm pretty sure the courtroom is somewhere in this area, so I guess we'll check around.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
Why are you hiring mercenaries?
In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now excuse me, I have to continue my recruitments.
That doesn't help at all. I didn't get a journal update, so I know that there's no progress made there.
The Republic respects the peace of Ahto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
You hear that, Twitter? Words can be ignored. Well, fun times abound. This is the courtroom. I don't know if I need to specifically talk with anyone here. Actually, there is more that I could explore, so I guess...
I'm sick of hearing about Manon's neutrality. It sounds like a coward's excuse not to fight, if you ask me.
One day soon, the Selkath will pay for the indignities they have inflicted on the Sith.
Okay, why is your voice suddenly higher pitched? How did you know I was from the Republic? Trenzel. No, perfectly legitimate. I do not want to listen to that voice. I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunray.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him. Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
Shame that this line wasn't voice acted. I feel like this would be amusing to listen to. Alrighty, so assuming the jail is over. Probably down that way then. Let's go talk to Sunry first.
Jolie, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case. Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire? You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case. The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. so I thought. But the Cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you! Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
I need to investigate the case some more. Any ideas where I should look?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be...
Shut up. There's a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judges said you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure. Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
I'm curious to see how this plays out. For reasons that I'm not going to say yet. So... let me think. Where's the hotel? Alright, so that'll lead back to where the ship is. It seems like all roads are leading to the Sith Embassy. Thing is, I'd want to go back to Dantooine before I go into the Sith Embassy, I think. Because I'm pretty sure if once that I've caused enough of a stir around here, eventually I'll get labeled a troublemaker and have to spend more credits to come back. So, the sooner that I can work stuff out, the better. Well, the sooner I can work out the business on Dantooine, the better, I should say. Though, ideally what I do... oh, I guess we'll see what we can do first.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
No, I have not.
Time is a critical factor.
Alright, I guess I'm not getting anything out of you until I actually move the Sith base... well, the Sith base will... right along. Okay, that's just gonna be how things are. I get the feeling I'll get my answer once that I do that, so...
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
You...
What do you want to know?
What do you know about Sunry and Ilasa?
Ilasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Who were the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
Alright, so... his interest would be in clearing up the matter quickly so that he can actually go about his business, so theoretically he's not lying.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about Sunry and Ilasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel too. Going to Ilasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Ilasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Oh, well, Ilasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
You know you want to tell me.
You know, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Ilasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Ilasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
She was a Dark Jedi?
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Wait, that got me a dark side point? How'd that give me a dark side point? No, seriously, how does that work? Okay, out of curiosity, is there a way to get that information without learning? I'm very curious how.
I skip the. And. Well, but now I. Seems so. Now that's.
Okay, so. So specifically using Force Persuade to wring the answer out of him.
Yes?
Got me dark side points. Huh. I'll keep that in mind when I do my Dark Side Sentinel. I have questions about the murder of Ilasa.
Glupor tong hit wana ji sarkat agi inko tune glupor mulira chuna mulira tonk glupor kit pa non kuneksit abog.
Why were you at the hotel?
Glupor yon tung chiwi ita bola un chikne mulira glupor kon muli slimo pui wanga kun viskin glupor king panik chalora kun.
What did you see?
Gruporci itakanki chana kilikon. Grupor nibo jimata wipun nage. Tong abag sunsham u grupor ninong. Grupor tong hit wamaji salkat ag inkotune. Tong kimba no kunikset abog.
What about Alasa's room?
Grupor pichage borang turang. Grupor wanki yuma batmalyo no wish. Grupor no una pangpa mulira kongking.
Did someone pay you to do something in that room, Glupor?
Kun mulira slimo poiwanga kun makachisa glupor. Tong abog sinshan glupor ni nong kili. Glupor chiwa aita kan kicha na selkat. Glupor nibo mulira glupo ni umsit. Glupor sha. Glupor pampa ki mulira kun king. Glupor chachopa si chawa wish kun kun. Glupor bagra shak konti cha yoman. Tong itzalkat wama jiko na. Glupor ag inkotune. Glupor no molira, chuna mulira, tongpa no kun, no nek. Glupor chachopa. Glupor bagwa shank konti machid Glupor nada chawa yishun kun.
So, planted evidence.
Ready? On it. Damn!
So I doubt you can get into this one. Oh, let me get into that one.
Yes?
Do I dare bash it open? I dare bash it open. How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you. I'm just morbidly curious. If there's nothing in here, then I'll just quick load. Yeah, that's not worth the fuss. Let's not get into trouble by bashing the door open. I could just double back and get mission into here, but still. So. Alright, let's assess what we know. So. The woman was a Dark Jedi, presumably. There's no... I can think of no other reason for why she would have a lightsaber. Because, I mean, the sarcastic response to him would have been to say, I've got a lightsaber, but the thing is that I am a Jedi in this case, so that wouldn't make sense for me to have one. So, given that, makes me wonder what the hell was going on. I really want to talk to the Sunry now. Ask him about all that. So, he was right in that there was planted evidence. The thing is...
You, Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. The Sunry and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so. Kinda.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
They just... Yeah. Why should I believe you?
Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Curious. Why would... But here's my question. Who are you, then?
Have you managed to...
So here's the next question. Nah, that's not a good idea. Although it looks like at this point I will just have to go to Dantooine. Security clearance. Can't even hack the door open, so... I have to get the go-ahead if I'm going to learn anything about that. Unless I hack the computer, but Karth is going to give me all kinds of hay if I do that. And honestly, if I can get the information legitimately, I should try and get the information legitimate. So, to that end, what we're going to do is we're going to check on Sunri, ask him about the case one more time, see if we can get any information. Well, see if we can get any more information out of him. And once that we've done that, we're going to head to Dantooine, wrap up the mercenary plot. Who got stuck? Who got stuck? Both of them. And Jolie is still stuck. Yeah, to be fair, we're a decent number. There's a decent amount going on in this one. And it's not as if it's essential for combat, but still, I are amused. So, let me think. Because if I'm not mistaken, I know what the actual outcome is, but I don't remember all of that. I don't remember all the shenanigans about this being used as proxies. So either that's... I don't know what that's about. I really do not know what that was about. I wonder if Elora knows anything.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunri's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunri?
Sunri is... he's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered the Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Are you saying your age couldn't over... Are you saying someone your age couldn't overpower a woman?
I'm a Jedi, and one who was living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunri here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunri's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Your husband might not be so innocent, Elora.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunri is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunri since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunri didn't do this.
Here's what I want to know.
I hear you've been appointed...
Was Sunri having an affair?
Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Love. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
He is a soldier, though.
That was a long time ago. In a war, far, far away.
You cheeky bastards.
He's changed now. Settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence. Find the real evidence. That's all I ask.
So the affair is legit. Given that, he has cause of sorts who actually commit the murder. Oh dear. So, there is certainly elements that are up to frame him, but I am curious to see how this plays out.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial. Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture. Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I can tell you wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alassa was brutally killed. Think about that. My war. Further, they... Obviously this... I hope anything...
Alright, I want to hear that first line real quick.
Well, you know I was having an affair with Alassa. I went there to break it off that night.
Interesting that he said that unprompted, though. How would he have known? A few inconsistencies here and there, but I guess the game knows I know, but Sunry shouldn't know that I know. There's a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I wonder if the Sith... You should ask everyone about... Go.
There was a Rhodian who planted evidence at the murder scene.
A Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. How would they? I heard... I want... You should... Very well. Once you've gotten enough...
I'm gonna go ask the judges about that, because... I wonder if any of them would have any unique things to say about the matter. What do you think of Sunray? Is there anything suspicious about this case? He only means to hurt the Republic. What's that supposed to mean? What's your beef with them? Okay, so he's a true believer then. Remind me, why exactly are you a judge? You know what? I look at the real world. No, this does make sense.
impartial judge for a change.
Gotta love Jolie.
You said it, not I.
Oh, Jolie, you are amazing. So, they've sent an arbiter to silence me. I'm flattered. What do you think of Sunray? So it seems to respect the character, but hasn't made any sort of talk about... No actual discussion as to whether he did or didn't do it, or either that or I wasn't able to read it from there. Is there anything suspicious about this case? From behind? Won't be compromised for Sith power games. You may want to talk to your friend about that. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? Okay. Okay, so you're at least being impartial. I have a question about the trial. What do you think of Sunray?
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
The thing about this case is that, as far as I can tell, it was a blaster shot that killed her. If it was a blaster shot that killed her, skill wouldn't really factor into it, or strength wouldn't factor into it anyway. All that would be required is the element of surprise. And if so... Could go either way, honestly. Hang on, how would someone have gotten that and planted it?
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elassa's hand.
What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I have no more questions for now. Alright, so 2 more to speak to. What do you think of Sunry? Okay, so you think he has motive to do it. Huh. Although, makes you wonder, actually, if this was a blaster shot that killed Elassa, I wonder why there's no... Well, I'm surprised we don't have any murder weapon then. Huh, it does make me wonder. Is there anything suspicious about this case? So you're the cynic of this group. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? What do you think of Sunry? Is there anything suspicious about this case?
The Republic believes in justice, as do you. We just want Sunry to be fairly treated, that's all.
What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? Alright, so, relatively diverse mix of opinions within the within the judges. Given that, I have to convince 3 of them in order to get him free. So, I wonder if there's any new information if I talk to you.
Jolie! Well, I can tell you. I found out later, but let's look. Alas, with my war injuries make further. Obviously, the Sith. I hope you can see how anything else I can go. But I think anything else I. Once you.
Alright, so it doesn't look like there's anything new there. If that's the case, then let's see. Well, we'll stop by the hotel again just to see if there's anything more about pressure being applied. I mean, clearly pressure is being applied given that Sunry's Hero's Cross, or I believe that's what it's called, was planted on the body. But everything else seems to report to it being legitimately Sunry. Well, I mean, if it was a blaster shot, I mean, it's a blaster shot from behind. How would that have even happened? How would that have even happened? I'm trying to think of how that would have occurred, and I'm coming up with blanks. Problem is, there's just so much that we don't know about this. All we know is that, it really is Sunry's word against what little the witnesses saw, so there's a lot of ambiguity with this one. Curious to see how it bears out.
You're the one. Elasa used to. It doesn't take. The Sith woman. He can't run good because he's a cripple. Yeah, I'm pretty. No. What? There were only 2 other. Normally, I don't. The other is a regular. Don't know anything about anything else. What?
Alright, so nothing new from you. Get the feeling I'm not going to get anything new from either of you two.
You again. I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elas's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty. Yes, well, I'll...
Alrighty. Given that...
human act in... Lupor kakincha nawabakaon. Ufmala nibo glupor jimata wipunagi. Lupor ranka ja tongshi abagja.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I guess I'm not getting anything more from you. So I know you planted the evidence on someone's account, so... Why is there no discussion about a blaster, though? That's what has me curious. Because if Sunry is such a cripple that he can't use a blaster effectively, I mean, he said it... I mean, according to the game, and we have no reason to believe that it's lying, that his hands were shaking. But if that's the case... isn't there any talk about the blaster? Why is there no talk about a murder weapon? Also, where the hell is Jolie? Jolie, get back here, old man. So, let's go over to a place where we can return to the Ebon Hawk. Here we are. So, all roads are leading back to the Sith Enclave. So, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to create a backup save just in case events accidentally transpire while I'm out. I don't expect anything to transpire while I'm out, but what we're going to do is we're going to... Actually, do I want to do any story exploration while I'm in here? I can always do that after I'm done with... You know what, you can do that after you've confirmed that nothing serious has happened with the main story. So let's go stop by Dantooine real quick. I'll have to pay the fee again, but that's okay. Did you just crash? I'm not sure what the hell just happened. Okay. We're good. We are good. Huh. I don't think it got picked up in the recording, but it looked like Bastila and Garth were T-posing a little bit. Alright. Let's bring you two along just for fun. But yeah, I haven't leveled up Juhani in a little bit. So, this is likely gonna... Alright, I won't be able to double back to Dantooine for a while, I suspect, so... Let's see. I'm not using vibroblades all that much. Huh. That is useful stuff. Oh wow, that's expensive. Is there anything that's worth selling? I could sell that. Pretty much every character I have has some sort of dex bonus, so I don't expect I'll be using this battle armor. I don't need these extra lightsabers, so I can sell them. Do I want the extra crystals? Definitely won't need too many of the red ones. Keep a couple of yellows. Yeah, Heavy Blaster seems outmoded. Seems like the Ripper. Let's see. So the Ripper has... Although, actually attack modifier +2. Yeah, it seems like the Mandalorian Blaster has also been outmoded. I only need one variant of the rifle. Let's see, standard blaster rifle at this point. I want to keep all my grenades. Proof Power Blast, I don't think that's necessarily useful, given that we've got plenty already as it is. And then a bunch of... Alright, let's show the buy list again. Alright, I'm not going to worry too much about the Pizak cards since I don't play that enough. So, is it worth getting this? Let me check my inventory real quick. What have I got on my belt right now? 42 plus 3, so... What about Juhani? Plus 2. Earth. Damage resistance. Yeah, honestly...
What?
It's gratuitous, but honestly, given that I am leaning into the Guardian role, I don't think it would necessarily be a bad idea to go for it. Yeah, do it. Besides, an extra 2 strength on a character that's effectively built for hitting things? Why not? Why the hell not? Besides, I don't think it improves quite as much as it would. Well, you know what? It works. I think it'll work. Now, let us go talk to a certain other scoundrel. So, should be plenty of ways in order to spin this. Especially given that the 2 characters that I'm with would be very interested in justice and all that sort of thing. So, actually, before we go into battle, let's rank this up. Oh, you can learn Force Whirlwind too? Do it. Honestly, I should put Force Whirlwind on the main character too. Just to really lean into that silliness. I was leaning into that a little bit. Probably should be focused on strength or dex, but let's lean into this once. At least get to the point where we can. Alright, Master Force Jump. Okay, so I'm pretty sure. So 2 weapon fighting. I am having you lean into. Let's see, that would only add an extra damage. That would only add extra damage bonus. So I think if I'm gonna lean into you having a short sword on your offhand, I think that'd be a good thing to do. So, let's also give you force armor. Really lean into the defensive part of a guardian as well. Beats. You don't necessarily need heal when I've got the main character able to use it. Yeah, advanced saber throw I think would make the most sense. What was force suppression? Being able to nullify. Being able to nullify force abilities, that's nothing to sneeze at. I think we'll have you lean into damage, though. If I want utility, I can put it on Bastila or myself. And of course, this is when OBS decides that it's just had enough of me. Right as I'm about to go talk to another person who doesn't have spoken dialogue. Oh. Okay, let's see. You can cooperate. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of things I can close to try and free up space. Let's try closing those 2 things. Alright. Nope, still stuttering. Of course. Oh, that frame rate's ugly. That is an ugly frame rate. I hope that's not picking up on the stream, because that is ugly. Alright, let's alt tab again. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna accept it. We're almost to the end of the night. Alright, so first things first. What kind of stuff are you selling? Alright, max does bonus of 0. Not really what I'm looking for. Bought all the plasma grenades, so don't... Yeah, I don't see anything here that I need to necessarily worry about, so... I'd like to ask you some questions. Yeah, hold it. I'd like to ask something else. It is this guy, right? Hang on, let me check It is someone on Dantooine. Let me check to see who is specifically. On Dantooine near the Noble Estates. Okay, it's not him, actually. Huh, I'm dumb. I should really read that text more closely. Alright, so near the Noble Estates, huh? Well, let's go out into the Dantooine outback. So let's see. Where did he say he was gonna be? Grandslaver. There's Landspeed. I'm trying to think, where would that likely be? I doubt it's the Mandalorians that I dealt with before. Well, let's check over by the Grove first. It'd probably be easiest to swing around. Alright, so path south. So the Grove's over there. I don't remember, where exactly are... Okay, so this is where the investigation... So this is where the murder investigation was held. Ah, Cathounds. Well, should be trivial for me now.
You asked for this!
Parth, what are you doing? Did you seriously just walk up and then start shooting? Okay, so here's one... Wait, is there stuff I missed? No, it's just here. Okay, so there's one swoop bike. So this is one of the ones I was thinking of. I don't think there's any more on this map. I remember there being another... Remember there being another set of swoop bikes somewhere, but I can't remember exactly where. Is it over this way? No. Hello. You can die now. There we go. Just what I need. Slightly more experience, right? Honestly, I get more experience from story side quests now. This would have been another place. But I've already looted all this, right? So what do they mean by... Dantooine near the Noble Estates. Well, I guess this isn't technically that close. Oh. I'm trying to think. I don't remember ever going on this quest, so... Or at least not this one specifically, so memory's failing me right now. So... And of course the game decides to freeze. Well, it's not like you missed much. I slaughtered another Cathound. Whoop-de-doo. And this is the problem with doing this as a live stream instead of a Let's Play. Sometimes you just have a slow point. So, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Here I am talking about a slaver like that? Oh boy. As if I'm not gonna get Twitter mad at me already. Which is what I said earlier in the stream. No matter! So, not through here. Surprised I'm not being shot on sight, honestly, given the mess I made for the two families. Well, clearly not near this one. Unless there's a specific condition I need to trigger in order for him to show up. But... You'd think I would have... I would have seen him at some point. Let's see, so... Well, let's double back over to the other estate. See if there's any... See if there's anything around there. Because if he's not near the Sandals, he might be near Matali. So there's another set of swoop bikes, but those were for Mandalorians. Unless at some point I accidentally took care of it. Dumb question. Just items. When did I end up getting this? Oh wait, no, that was for... No, that was for Kashyyyk. Not anything to do with Dantooine. Because that's Slaver Contra... Yeah, given that name, that was the name that we saw at Kashyyyk. So that wasn't it. So... Do I need to ask around Jedi Temple, maybe? The problem is that I need to be mindful of who I ask, given the... Well, given the presupposition... I guess that answers my question. This is the speeder of Zulan Centaur, the Grand Slaver. Zulan himself is nowhere in sight. Alright. I never get the feeling I'm gonna get dark side points for doing it underhandedly. Yep. So now that... So, that's an underhanded way to do it. I do wonder though, what if I just activated the alarm and confronted him directly? I'm the one who set off your speeder's alarm. I'm Han Jast. That keeps things pretty simple. Hey, Juhani! Care to be Jolie for a Care to be Jolie for a day? Why should I let you live? I can't just let you go. You're a slaver. Okay, that makes things simple. Get a dark side point no matter what, huh?
How'd you like that? How'd you like that?
Huh. Curious. Curious that they would still label that a dark side action, considering... I mean, we did take out a slaver, but that is a curious detail. I wonder what makes the distinction there. But, you know what? I'm gonna... Alright, let's make another save. Just in case I want... Because I'm very curious to see how this pans out, so we're just gonna have a save there. We're gonna go talk to that person alone on Manon. We're gonna go take a look at how this turns out. Now I am very curious. It's definitely worth... Okay. I mean, it's definitely been worth going... Where is it? Manon. There we are. Alright, just gonna click through this, so we don't have to worry about switching to the display. Oh, shoot! I forgot this was a thing! I wondered why I hadn't been getting attacked in a while. I remember having to deal with this at some point, but... Yeah, actually, now that I think of it, I'm surprised I haven't run into this apart from outside of Terrace. Alright, we're good. I'll just skip past the cutscene. Okay, so we'll go alone. Interesting detail. Anything worth getting here? Yeah, looks like you were a merchant I dumped a few things on, but that's okay. No matter. Look, given the circumstances, it should be pretty easy to keep doing light side activities, so I can probably deal with one dark side point. Yeah, I can live with that. Mostly I'm just too lazy to go back and sell things again. Well, let's go back to Dantooine to sell things and get that belt, so... No matter. Why do I keep saying that? I'm surprised that I didn't have to repay the toll. Well, okay then. Now I'm trying to remember where that guy is. I want to say he's over in this direction, because this is the direction I went through toward first. I think, anyway. Yes, this is definitely it. Zulon Centaur is dead.
Kun muliras limo poiwanga tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras limo poiwanga tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna mulira tangi tuamaji kuna. Tong kipa non kunek abog chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras limo poiwanga tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune.
Tell me about Vorn Asrod.
Jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki smaktoma kuyami jusku chitanai uchua penki topa na oto bokasa yubabato kanchi yatuka ulan tong hitwama aki inkotune potong hitwama ji aki inkotun tong panokun nonek chiwi aita ka chong chicha ki mulira kun king Kimba no konik dota. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na otobokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan.
Any tips for this mission?
Tong hitwama aki inkotune, otong hitwama ji aki inkotun, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no konik dota.
Tell me about Rulon Prolik.
Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na otobokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, tong hitwama aki inkotune, otong hitwama ji aki inkotun, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kun king. Kimba no konik dota. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tonki pa no kunek abog.
So how do I find someone who could look like anyone?
Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ra slimo poiwanga. Tangi wama ji human act in ikatune.
Tell me about Itharak Guldar.
Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na otobokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, tong hitwama aki inkotune, otong hitwama ji aki inkotun, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kun king. Kimba no konik dota. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tonki pa no kunek abog.
Why would Vex set up a meeting between us?
Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na otobokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo, kun muli ras limo poiwanga, tang itwama ji, human act in ikatune, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, agi inko tune, chunamuri ra, tang itwama jiko na, tong kipa no kunek abog.
Is there anything else?
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tong kipa no kunek abog. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ras limo poiwanga. Tangi wama ji human act in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tonki pa no kunek abog ki mulira kun king.
I'll be back later. Alright, so what is this item? Set. Attack modifier +5. Oh dear. Kind of. Alright, actually showing now? Of course not. Well, it seems like OBS is telling me to stop. Yeah. I guess OBS is telling me to stop. Although, given the circumstances, I get the feeling that the bounty hunter thread there seems more geared toward dark side characters. So, because it seems like it's really geared toward unpleasant tasks that would lead you closer to the dark side. Or at least, skirting the line, I think, would be a better way to put it. If I were being a pure mercenary and trying to be more, I guess, self-interested, but recognizing that... If I were trying to roleplay as a self-interested guy, but recognizing the Republic is probably my best chance at actually still breathing, I could see that playing out interestingly. But for now, though, that's probably all I'll follow with this on this run. I'll definitely check this out on my Darkside Sentinel whenever I get this far. Speaking of which, I haven't started either of the other 2 playthroughs I'll need for this game, but at least for now, this one carries on. So I think next week we will assault the Sith Enclave. Well, assault's probably not the right word. I do have the access required to get in. I just need to get in there, which is gonna be all sorts of fun. I can't exactly remember how things pan out once we get inside, although I do remember that things get rather interesting once we do. And that I'll end up being branded a troublemaker after a while. So here goes nothing. So, I guess to that end, it probably will only be one more session to clear everything up with Manon. And then, the real fun will begin, because then we get to go to Korriban. And oh boy, is that gonna be a grand old time. Let's go into Korriban with a bunch of Republic dudes and try to figure out what the hell we're doing there. Honestly, that's the part that I'm really curious about whether it holds up, because all this... There's been a fairly solid amount of world building, even with the newer planets. They've been able to create rather diverse situations, even between Kashyyyk and Tatooine, which are relatively well-known places, at least from a lore perspective, even before this game. It's been nice to see him fleshed out a little more, so I'm very curious to see how everything will pan out. For now, though, it is late for me, so I guess I'll call it there. So, next week we'll get to that, and if you are bored tomorrow evening, I'm going to be playing X-Wing Miniatures with my brother and hopefully kicking his butt. I'm going to be bringing out a little silliness for this one, but... well, this next one, but should be a grand old time either way, so... either way, thank you all for watching. See you next time.